Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and let me tell you what I did this morning. I got up, I went to the grocery store, I got 2 pork butts, and I put them on the smoker this morning. I've got 2 of them. Here's what we got going. We've got a Mississippi State versus Texas A&M baseball game today. I went online about 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and I was told when I was at the Mississippi State game, when they played Ole Miss, I was told by some people there that were grilling out that you could go to the Cajun grocery online and you could order Cajun food. So I ordered some, I don't know if you've ever had this, but it's called boudin. And what boudin is, it's like sausage. You can get pork boudin. I got some crawfish boudin. It's like spicy sausage, but it's got rice in it and different kinds of spices. It's really good. And so I will be cooking boudin and a few other Cajun things. I even got some alligator meat, which I don't know how to cook yet, but I'm going to get one of my friends probably to fry that. And they say it's kind of like chicken fingers. Everything tastes like chicken, right? Okay, so that's what I'm doing today. All right, XRP Crypto Wolf, I wanted to give a shout out to him. He said he's extremely happy to announce that he is a One Chain and Bitrue. He's been a Bitrue ambassador for a long time, but he's a One Chain. Do you say it Wan Chain or One Chain? He's a One Chain ambassador as well, and you can click on his links. This guy has provided tons of information over the years to me and to different people in the space, and he deserves all the credit in the world. Okay, impact of crypto still years out. The T. Rowe Price says, I just wanted you to hear his quote, just so you know, we're at over $2 trillion in market cap, and he says it really truly is early days here. So I would expect this to move at a good pace, but take years to really unfold, Stomberg added in his response to the Baltimore Business Journal. So we're at the very beginning of the beginning. And like I've said for years now, we're not talking a trillion, we're talking trillions, if not quadrillions, all the money. This is the asset class to swallow all other asset classes. This is not just a new asset class. All right, XRP's at $1.56, and we need to check in. The market's at 2.2 trillion. We need to check in with some of these TA guys. Here's Crypto Wizard. XRP BTC closed highly bullish on the monthly chart. XRP had its most bullish candle since 2017. The daily candles also closed bullish. XRP BTC had a tiny pullback from its double top as required by price action, but it's ready to explode. Ready to explode. And then the Dark Defender says, hi there all. Please take your coffees. I've got my coffee. And come closer. XRP is traveling in line with our expectations. She is trying to break 160 and will break soon. Next stops 184, 272, an all-time high. My expectation within a few days is expected targets will be eliminated one by one. Enjoy your day. So I like this. Next stops 184, 272, all-time high. That looks like a thumbnail. Okay, I was going, for those of you that have never done it, first you need to go and follow Bank XRP, at Bank XRP on Twitter. But he's also got a YouTube channel, Bank XRP. This guy has one of the best archives of anything XRP or Ripple related video-wise, interviews, you name it. And he's got it on his YouTube channel. Go give him a subscribe. It's Bank XRP. Sometimes I go in there and just spend some time going through his old videos to find clips to remind me of things that have happened in the past. And here's one from Brad Garlinghouse.
The reason, and the same thing I say internally, I would say here is, I don't think about this success over a 3-week or 3-month period. I think about it over a 3-year or 5-year period. And at the core, I think all of this comes down to, are we solving real problems for real customers? And the crypto market overall, if a digital asset's solving a problem, then it's going to drive some value.
All right, so there you have it. We're in year 3 since he said that. He said that in 2018. And then I retweeted this. This is a Craig DeWitt from Ripple tweet. He says, price and volume rallies expose the efficiency of different blockchains. See XRP stats. Settlement, 3.1 seconds. Transaction fee, $0.0004. Scary fast and unbelievably cheap to use. And I retweeted it. And I said, remember that time Bitcoin maxis showed us how fast and inexpensive Bitcoin was compared to XRP? Neither do I. True story. And then Jeremy Hogan, the official attorney of the SEC that talks about the SEC Ripple case of the Digital Asset Investor channel, he said, as promised, I made it home. So he made a video about the hearing from yesterday. I wanted to play you a brief clip from that.
And it's subtle, but you need to see this, and it involves the SEC not being forthcoming, and if I was the defendant, this would really piss me off. So look at what the SEC just did in this hearing. It's very subtle, but nothing gets by me. So remember, the SEC got caught sending out these requests by Ripple, and they are supposed to disclose what they are doing, so Ripple called them out on that. Now look at page 6 in the SEC's response letter filed with the court. Quote, defendants' arguments that they will be prejudiced by the requests are meritless. First, despite contrary accusations, the SEC informed defendants of its intent to use RFAs at the start of discovery, close quote. The SEC says that it told Ripple it's doing this by letter a long time ago. Now that's absolute malarkey, excuse my language. So every attorney knows that RFA means request for admissions. Ask 100 lawyers what RFAs are, and 99 of them will say it means requests for admissions. An RFA is a request for admissions. And out of those 100 attorneys, only one of them, and that one probably works for the SEC and his name begins with a T, will say that RFA stands for requests for assistance, which he says really means an MOU request, like these letters that they're sending out. So it's kind of like telling the judge, yes, I wrote down SOS on the piece of paper, but it doesn't stand for like in need of assistance or anything. It means selling old socks, because Judge, on the weekend I sell old socks, SOS. I'm just so disappointed when I see an attorney doing that kind of stuff.
Okay. Now let's move to this, and this is Ian Northing. He had posted this. It was a thread where Jeremy Hogan replied to someone, and basically they wanted to know when the decision of the judge was going to be on the MOUs, which wasn't decided yesterday. And Jeremy Hogan said next week. All right. Now this was a good tweet, really good tweet by Mr. B yesterday. I'm curious, SEC, when does the protection of XRP investors begin? If the current status of XRP being traded on select exchanges is not a security, please let all the exchanges know that so we can begin trading again. Best, Mr. B. And he's showing that this is their number one mission, is protect investors. And I said, yeah, I've chimed in. I said, yes, Hester Pierce, SEC, this could easily be done while the lawsuit proceeds if protection is your number one job. I feel about as protected as a Bernie Madoff victim at the moment. In other words, they didn't protect the Bernie Madoff victims at all. In fact, people brought Bernie Madoff to the attention of the SEC before he was ever busted, and they ignored it. True story. Okay, and then I tweeted this out this morning. How many times have we heard that's not the official position, or I'm not speaking for the SEC? We even heard it from William Hinman when he came to the microphone and said that Bitcoin and Ethereum were not securities, and he says, well, but this is not the official position. And it's like this lukewarm, milk toast, everything's always a non-answer. How many times did we see Jay Clayton over the course of the last few years? Oh, well, I can't really get into a current investigation. It's always a big non-answer. Well, how in the world are people supposed to play by the rules if you're never going to have the guts to step up to the plate and tell them what the freaking rules are and be very clear about it and not give all these vagaries? This just reeks, this whole thing. That's why I tweeted this out. I said, where exactly does the buck stop? If even the chairman of the SEC can't even give you a straight answer and can't give you a clear answer or weigh in where they stand on something clearly. I mean, think about this. Gary Gensler just stepped into this office, what, two or 3 weeks ago now? This guy hasn't made one comment. And yeah, oh, you can't comment on a current investigation, whatever. Come to the freaking microphones, man up, and give the investors you're supposed to be protecting some freaking indication of where they stand, instead of all this BS. Well, I'm not speaking for the SEC. Well, you know, and everybody's out here wondering, where are the adults in the room? Where are the good guys? Where are the people who have to live their life the way I've raised my 8-year-old to live his life? My 8-year, and I wasn't joking here. My 8-year-old takes more personal responsibility than this entire agency. Where is Jay Clayton's responsibility, who puts this SEC lawsuit out there and then walks away and has to answer for it? None. Where is CNBC when they have him on, asking him the question, say, don't you feel any responsibility? You dropped this lawsuit on this company and you to try to destroy this company, and then you just walk away and get a new job, and you don't feel any responsibility with all of your education and all of, and the mere fact that you're a freaking adult. You don't feel any responsibility, and CNBC doesn't feel any responsibility to their audience to freaking ask him the question as to whether he feels. I mean, it's one flew over the cuckoo's nest. You think it's crazy now? Then watch this. I put this little clip together. I said, I think we're living in the upside down from Stranger Things, because it's not Ethereum that they brought to court. It's Ripple. But look how Brad Garlinghouse conducted himself in the last few years, and Ripple conducted themselves in a transparent way, working with regulators. Look how they worked with them compared to the people from Ethereum.
Itself, an initial coin offering, or an ICO, sounds an awful lot like an IPO. And I have been fond of saying, if it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck. Well, it probably is a duck. And in fact, now we know the SEC is going to regulate it like it's a duck. So I don't think there's any big surprise. I think in some ways very good for the industry. Well, I think what it means is you need to have the same kind of thoughtful process that goes through any securities offering. And I think what was happening, and you had over $1 billion raised through these initial coin offerings in Q2. And I think what you're going to see happen now is that will slow, because there'll be some discipline included in that process, disclosures, transparency, and really making sure the investors that are buying these tokens know what they're buying and know what they should expect going forward. I think that was really operating in a really gray area for a while, and the SEC has come out, and I think again is really provide clarity around that, which I think will be good for the industry at large, and separating really what may in fact have been even at the edge fraud to better use cases.
Ethereum needed money to come to life. They looked to a nascent crowdfunding model called initial coin offerings, in short, ICO. They created a token called Ether and toured the world to convince people to buy their tokens.
Generally going to see that as a securities offering. The chairman very famously said he hadn't seen an ICO that wasn't a securities offering.
ICOs are fraud, speculative, and speculation drives innovation. So they're very important in creating foundational infrastructure.
Where is someone putting Joseph Lubin on TV and asking him, well, you said that ICOs were a necessary part of finance. What about now? I mean, you said that an ICO, which the SEC says is a security, Brad Garlinghouse said twice is a fraud. You said that those were legitimate. Do you still feel the same way? Where's the responsible financial news network that's sticking that microphone in his face and asking him that? Do you think, Mr. Lubin, do you think that it's fair that Ripple's being sued by the SEC when you did an ICO, and you didn't just do one, but you said ICOs were great for the financial system and an important part of it? That's what you said. What do you think about this? Where are the freaking financial journalists asking real questions? Okay, done with that. Stephan Thomas was in a series of tweets yesterday that I thought were quite interesting. Look what he says. Awesome post from this guy, okay? He says, I'm excited where this could go in combination with interledger paid hosting like Codius. Imagine a one-click setup, Then he goes on and he goes further in this thread. I believe that interledger is prerequisite, but as ILP becomes established, Codius will emerge as a far superior way to implement most smart contracts. I thought Codius was supposed to be dead. Compared to ledger-locked approaches like Ethereum and XRPL hooks, so we'll try to be ready. So in other words, Codius is coming. Well, here's what else gets interesting. Any thoughts on Flare? Do you consider that also to be a ledger-locked approach? Flare gives XRP an Ethereum-like solution minus the issues with proof of work, proof of stake. How dare Stefan Thomas say something bad about proof of work? You're not supposed to. The Twitter police could very likely come after him if they hold him to the same standard that they do influencers out here when you say bad things about proof of work or Bitcoin, because they told us we're not allowed to talk bad about Bitcoin and proof of work because what's good for Bitcoin is good for the whole space. So now we have Stefan Thomas saying that there are issues with proof of work, just like Chris Larson said that this week. How dare he? I can't believe he actually said something bad about Bitcoin or proof of work. You're not allowed to do that, because the Twitter police said you can't. I mean, where free speech went, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's just a side issue. There's supposed to be certain authorities that tell you what you can and can't say. Didn't you know that? Didn't Stefan Thomas know that? Didn't Chris Larson know that? You're not allowed to say certain things, even in the United States of America, I guess. Well, look what else he says here. Without adding completely to XRP, love to them for that. Okay, the rest of what I say about Ethereum, positive and negative, mostly applies to Flare. Likely Flare devs are more Codius aware than Ethereum, which could be an advantage. Now, look at this. XRP Ledger is currency agnostic. Interledger and Codius are both currency and ledger agnostic. Nobody needs any specific token. If we want XRP to be valuable, we should, in my opinion, optimize it for an interledger Codius type world, which means keeping it simple, efficient, reliable. That's not to say that there aren't use cases for XRPL hooks or Ethereum. All right, folks, my reading of what he's saying here is two things. One, Codius is not dead, Codius is coming. Two, Flare is not Codius. That's what I get out of this, okay? But I wanted to remind you of something, because this has been called conspiracy, and you're not allowed to show this either for a long time. This was from the person that disappeared off social media named Kendra Hill, he or a she. If Ripple was only focused on cross-border payments and nothing else, their success would be short-lived. They knew this before XRP ever existed. Think of cross-border payments as a nice testing ground to prepare Ripple for the use case they have been focused on since the very beginning. The true intentions of Ripple are to handle 100% of the transactions which take place in the derivatives market. So why do they not make this public knowledge? For multiple reasons. The most important one being that they are not ready. They are missing a piece to the puzzle, and that piece is called Codius. What is Codius? Codius is the most advanced smart contract platform that will ever exist. The project was said to be put on hold in 2015. That was a lie. It was never put on hold. Are you listening, folks? All right, wanted to show you this. This guy said, good friend of mine sent me this pic and quote. I wanted to show you this because this is the type of belief patterns and thought patterns and motivational type things that I have drilled into my sons from a very early age. This is Mike Tyson. I was asked about my mental preparation and what I believed early in my career. How many people are on this planet? 6 to 7 billion? I believed I could beat every single one of them. That's what I believed, Mike Tyson. Believing in yourself and your abilities and making up your mind that nothing is going to stand in your way, no matter what you're doing or what your endeavor is everything. Everything. You young people listening to me, it's everything. The obstacles are made to be gone around or gone through. And if that is your mentality, if you will make up your mind that that's the way you're going to live your life, doesn't matter. There's going to be a million nasty things said to you, done to you. People will lie about you. They will swing at you. They will come at you. Everything you can think of. If you're going to do anything big, if you're going to accomplish anything of any relevance, you're going to have obstacles, and they're going to come in many forms. And the people that win don't really give a crap. They keep going forward, period. And that's what the mentality of a Mike Tyson or a Michael Jordan or any of these people or anyone who's done anything significant. Don't waste your time worrying about the opinions of others and what this person says and this rock that they threw at you. Don't waste your time thinking about those things. You focus on the goal and set your mind in gear to never ever stop, no matter what. And you'll go places you can't even imagine. And I'm living proof, folks. I've been knocked clean on my butt several times in my life, but that's one thing I can promise you that I've lived, is that I don't quit. Nothing stops this train. I don't care what it is, period. Okay? Now, I wanted to show you this before I leave, and that is, this is the Opera announcement from Unstoppable Domains. A lot of people out there, they think that when they buy a .crypto domain, and they're one of my sponsors, but I'm also a customer, but a lot of people think that with a .crypto domain, that's just for sending money to that domain or sending from that domain. But it's not. You can also build your own decentralized website. They've now worked it out where the Opera browser, you can now surf these .crypto domains. So if you've got a .crypto, or if you're going to get a .crypto, you've also got a .crypto website that's decentralized and cannot be taken down. The world is a-changing. Go in the link of this description. You can click if you want to go buy one of the .crypto domains, or they've also got their premium domains for sale right now. Go check it out. The link will be in the top of this description. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that the Opera, you can now surf .crypto domains on the Opera browser. Thank you for listening.